Hello Internet, hello Eisenbahn Freunde, hello fellow modelers. It's the weekend nearly. Friday afternoon, I'm knocking out a quick video here, a little bit of admin. You've probably noticed on my last couple of videos over the last few weeks that I've started depicting letters in brackets on my YouTube messages with the video. And depicted in brackets is E and D. That indicates that the video is either in English or in German, D for Deutsch, E for English, or a combination of the two with E and D together. That means that the video is in both English and German, so that gives you the opportunity to save wasting your time if you don't want to listen to me babbling on in German, or vice versa if you're German and you don't want to hear me babbling on in English. That's the general idea of that. Hopefully that'll help you guys to decide, and if you want to, you might want to listen to me get babbling off in English or German if you're from either or the other country and want to laugh about it, which is cool. I'm cool with that, because this is all done in fun, in the best possible taste, like Mr. Everett used to say, and it's just sort of like something that I'm doing for myself. I'm not really bothered whether I get 10 million hits on my videos or 6,000 people subscribe to me. That is not what this is all about. This is all about me showing what I've got to the world and how much fun I'm having with it. And that's what modelling is basically all about. So, enough of the gobbing off and talking, and let's get on with the video that I'm hoping to do today. So, as you can see, this is a station view. I'm probably going to make a mess of this and not get this down where I want, because I should have tested it before I did it, but there we go, straight up to the box. So this is about this locomotive here, when I can get my camera to go into the right position. So recently I purchased, there you go, fantastic, look at that. I purchased a few locos in one go, and I've been trying to do a video like you saw the DB one a few weeks ago. This is another DB loco, but this is actually well, you can see in the white livery with DB's IC, and this is a class 147, and as you can see, it's got the 4 pantographs on the top. This is to allow it to go into other European countries such as Switzerland, Austria, wherever, Luxembourg. It can go across the border and connect. And that's what these locos are all about, the built-in modular systems, as you'll all be aware from my previous videos. This particular locomotive, it is available in both digital and in analog, but here's the box, so you can see the item number is 738975, and it's depicted by an electric locomotive to ID what the loco is, and you can see in the small box in the bottom right corner even, it's got a little sound indicating it's a sound loco and DCC. Obviously these boxes are pretty cool. You've seen them before. I've numbered it so you can see the number on my loco there, and that's basically the box that they come in. It's pretty cool. And this loco is in an analog as well. I mean, obviously I don't use the analog stuff. All my stuff's DCC, as you'll all be aware, but the analog number, if you do want it, is 738905. So hopefully that'll give you an indication as to what number, and you can look at it in your own leisure. So this is a sound loco, so obviously we're going to listen to some of the sound on it. So if I can get round here without knocking my camera, first and foremost, F0 switches the lights on, and you'll see they're rather sharp. Let me turn the main light off, because I've got both the main light on and also my camera. So now you can see how bright them lights are. It'll just take a second for it to, and you can see the red light shining on the coach behind, and there's actually let's have a look at that. So you can see I've just turned them off. That's function 8. It allows you to see that, because you won't see that function in a minute when the main light's back on. So I'll pop the main light back on. Right, so obviously F0 is how I've set up the actual light on the loco. Now let's shut up for a minute and let you listen to what you want to listen to. This is the sound of the loco firing up and going into idle. Rather nice, I'm sure you'll agree. And F2. Fantastic horn, let's give it that again, eh? Brilliant. And then this is F3, a shorter version. A little bit more. Pretty cool, eh? And then F4 is a combination of both of them. Fabulous. F5. Compressor. Comes on very quickly and quietly. You won't hear it if I keep talking. And it's switched off. The next one is F6. You won't see or hear that because F6 is inertia. So if you're traveling at 100 kilometers or 100 mile an hour, whichever you use on your locos, and you use the inertia, it reduces it by 50%. So at 100 k's it'll drop down to 50 k's, 50 k's drop down to 25. Self-explanatory. But it only works when the loco's moving. So F7. That was the coupling. Pretty cool. So connecting the air pipes up. Again, F8. I showed you just as I was firing the loco up. It turns the lights off at the back, so you won't see the red light shining on the coach. F9. That's a shunting. So what that does, that reduces your loco speed again to shunting speed. Obviously that's only applicable when the loco's moving, so you won't see that again now whilst it's stood still. And F10, you won't hear that, but it's basically, I'm just going to start the loco up a bit. Watch it not work now because the track's dirty. Can you hear it squeaking? That little squeak you heard, it's actually, you apply that when it's going around the corner and it picks the sound of the wheels, the metal wheels on the track itself, and it causes that screeching sound. So literally you can do it on each corner if you chose to do so. I mean, obviously I would be doing it on a video. If I was doing a video of it running through the countryside or something, then I would actually apply that on the corners so you would hear it screeching, because that's the type of person that I am. So, and F11, you've probably just seen it, it's the lights being turned off at the front. You can turn them off and on if you choose. That's if that was a coach or a wagon at this end, you could turn the front light off so it wouldn't reflect on the wagon like I did with the red one earlier. And onto control panel 2, and that's turning off the light at the back. There's also lights on top here that come off and on, which depicts once the engine starts moving, which depicts, in fact it's on there all the time, which station it's going to travel to or its destination. So if it's going from Frankfurt, Maine to, I don't know, Hamburg, it'll be depicted on there like it is on most. Then F13. So it describes it as a goods train pulling into the station or a freight train arriving at the platform. Well, the freight train wouldn't arrive at the platform, it would stop it at a destination where it's going to, unless it was stuck at a set of lights. If the lights were red at the station because they were letting a passenger train out, then it would stop at the station. There's no other reason for a goods train to stop at the station. But I would probably use that if I was pulling this loco into the station to unload passengers or to embark or load passengers on. That's when I would use this function. But it does sound really cool. It just depicts it coming to a stop, which is fantastic. Just do it again quickly. Quite atmospheric. Brilliant. Right, F14, that mutes the sound completely. F15, that's the train driver's door opens, and when you turn it off, closes, which is quite a good function. And then 16, please get on board. The train's about to leave. Okay, and F17. This will be a consequence of that last message. That will be the old platform guy there blowing his whistle and flashing his little handheld disc to let you know that the train can go. He'll turn it round from red to green and away you go. And then F18 and F19 depict, F18 is increasing the volume of the loco sound and F19 is decreasing it. I'm not going to do that because I've set it exactly how I want it. So basically that is all the sound functions on this loco. Normally there's 22, but on this one there's only 19, of which 2 are not really usable. In fact, 3 of them are not usable because I never mute the sound. I always turn it off on whatever function key it needs turning off on. So it's probably got 3 functions on there that I probably never, well, I've used once, the 18 and 19, just to get the sound in the area that I wanted it, and the other one won't get used at all. Also, a couple of other functions like the inertia thing won't get used probably by myself unless I'm doing some camera work that I want to slow it down quickly. Chances of that happening are pretty slim, to be fair. Right, so enough gabbing. Let's get this beast on the move. I'm going to move the camera now. I'm going to hold it up so we can see it going away. Let me just, this is just going to take it out of view for a second while I just get my table out of the way, and then I'm going to close in so that I don't fall over the table and I can get a close in for you guys as it pulls out of here. I'll try not to shake too much like I've got TDs, but I'm also trying to reach across to my iPad and increase the speed of the loco. There we go. And there you go, it's pulling out, and you can see the flashing disc at the top of the cab there, showing where it's going to. Rather nice loco, don't you think? And you'll see that I've also got the ICE coaches, which are fantastic. Let me just pull out a little bit so you can see a bit more as it goes through. There you go. Buffy car. You'll probably notice I've just flicked them lights off at the back of the loco as well. Let me just, you might see them come off and on. Let me see. Oh, you can't see now because the coach is well past. But before I actually flick the lights off at the back of the cab. And these are the coaches on the back. You'll also notice that this end coach here has got red lights at the back. I can control that as well because it's on a, see, I've just clicked them to red, to white I mean, and then back to red. So that's also got a decoder in it that you can set up on a function, and I've set all mine up onto the same function. And that is my ICE class 147. Let's give it some whirly. There we go. Just going to turn my big lamp off. It's going to go a bit darker. Put the main light on because it'll be easy to see everything. Excuse my boxes, they will be moved soon, and it will come out on that corner again. And then I'm going to end the video because I don't want it to be any longer than sort of 14 or 15 minutes. But at least you get to see how cool the class 147 is. And as you can see, I'm running it on my iPad. There you go, guys. And that concludes my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Usual stuff, thumbs, bell, subscribe if you feel like you're inclined to want to do that. There you go, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll be doing some I will be doing a video on the unboxing that I did the other day of all the items that I got. I'm going to actually put them on the track and run them with a loco. I'll probably run them with some of the new locos that I've already got, like I've got a red BR212. Here he comes again, just so you can see it go past. And let's put it on the corner so you can hear the brake thing as well as it goes around the corner. Probably hear it squeaking. Let me just turn it round so you can see it. Well, my video is shocking, isn't it? Right, anyway, 15 minutes long. That's the end of my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll show you my next video coming shortly. Thank you. This will be available in German as well. Have a nice weekend.